a surprise announcement, Saudi Arabia, at the weekend that it said at the weekend that it will allow women to compete in adult Olympics for the first time. That was quite a turnaround for a highly conservative nation. Well, Iman Dawoud has been following the story. Iman, what do you think made the Saudis change their mind? They were pretty adamant before that women couldn't do this.
I think it's been a combination of pressure that they might not be able to compete in the Olympics.
That was basically the Olympic Committee saying,
exactly.
You know, this is everybody has to be equal in this.
Exactly. I mean, that is the spirit of the Olympic Games. Then they're not advocates of discrimination or oppression on any lines, whether that's race, religion, or gender. And so I think this was a factor. And as well as that, the recent death of Crown Prince Nayef may have been another factor that contributed, because Prince Nayef was someone who was closely aligned with the conservative religious right wing in Saudi Arabia. And since he passed away, there's been an appointment of a new crown prince who is less conservative.
Less conservative.
Exactly.
And we all know King Abdullah, the actual king.
Exactly.
He has been essentially fairly supportive of reform, hasn't he?
He has. And he's been positive about women possibly having the right to drive in Saudi Arabia. And he's, in the past, expressed his support in some subtle ways to women participating in sports. And perhaps now with the new crown prince, it's allowed for him to
actually push his agenda.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It is interesting there, Iman, because you're essentially suggesting here that the balance of power between the clerics and the Saudi royal family has perhaps, you know, shifted slightly, and that is actually, you know, going forward going to be more favourable for reform in general.
Yeah, it's possible. Yes, that's going to happen. What is unlikely is that we're going to see any massive changes very quickly.
Things always take place very slowly.
Exactly, exactly. And perhaps that's wise for Saudi Arabia or any country, in fact.
Okay, so they've lifted this. Who's going to be joining? Which women are going to be coming across to the London Olympics? Who can we expect?
At this point, there's one female candidate, Delma Malis. She's competed in the past in the Junior Olympics, where she won a bronze medal.
That was in 2010, wasn't
2010, but when she did that, she didn't do that with any support or recognition from the Saudi monarchy. So this time when she goes to compete, she will do that with the full official support of the monarchy.
But it's quite interesting though. She didn't have the monarchy support when she competed in 2010 and got the bronze.
Right.
And then King Abdullah happens to make sure that he has a photograph taken with her, showing afterwards that yes, there is some support.
Yeah, and this is what I meant when I said previously that he has in other ways shown his support for women participating in the Olympics. That photograph is perhaps testament to that.
I mean, how many women can we expect Saudi to ever put up for Olympics? I mean, you know, women's sport is discouraged, women's gyms are discouraged in Saudi Arabia. I mean, it all makes life a bit difficult, doesn't it?
It does. Well, for 2012 we can expect one woman candidate, and in the future I think we can be optimistic, because I mean, women want to participate not just in sport, in other areas as well. And yes, it is difficult, but those facilities do exist, and perhaps they will increase in number in the kingdom now after this.
It'll be interesting to see. And also, of course, but then they're not allowed to perform in front of mixed crowds.
No.
I mean, obviously, Dharma's going to have to do that in London with her show jumping.
Yes.
But I assume they're not going to be allowed to do that back in Saudi Arabia.
Well, no, but Saudi women are not allowed to compete or perform in front of mixed audiences in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but the Olympics are taking place in the United Kingdom, so practically on the ground that shouldn't really pose a problem this year.
Iman, brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. It's
Thank
very kind
you.
of you for joining me.
No problem.